Hey comic fans, your pal David here to give you guys your comic fix. Now this is a special edition of the comic fix. This is my graphic novel edition. Now I'm going to be trying to do a new graphic novel review every single 2 weeks. Now in this one I am going to be doing Batman Death by Design. If you look at the cover is just gorgeous, and that was what drove me to this book. I didn't hear anything about this book until I was just at my local comic book shop. Looked there, I saw this beautiful cover. I thought, I have to have it. It is written by Chip Kidd and art by Dave Taylor. And let me tell you, Dave Taylor's art is just gorgeous in this whole entire book. You're going along and you're just flipping through the pages and you're just like, holy cow, how much detail is in this book. And man, you could definitely tell that it took because as I was reading on some interviews about this book, it took the team 3 years to make. And in that 3 years, Dave Taylor in particular, oh my god, his artwork is just gorgeous. I mean, you just look at just like everything that he's doing in this whole entire book, all the little detail is just beautiful, especially when you get to the scenes where you see a little bit of light coming through. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as the light is coming through, there's like a little bit of light that you can definitely tell is coming through. Storyline is very simple. Bruce Wayne wants to tear down the old train, not the train station, but the old, train station, and build a new one. Well, previously this train station was the beacon and the tourist attraction of Gotham City. Well, it's run down, and what does Bruce Wayne want to do? He wants to tear it down and build a new one. And as he's telling this whole entire speech to all of Gotham about his plans, a crane comes down, almost hits everybody, including Bruce Wayne. And it's up to Batman to figure out what happened. The interesting parts in this whole entire book is that Chip Kidd, he's taking some real life elements. He's taking some story about the old New York train station that was supposed to be teared down in about the 1950s and supposed to be rebuilt into the one that we know today. And then he was taking some story elements from what happened in 2008, also in New York, where a crane fell down from the sky and had some casualties. And he's putting all those stories from, history, and put it into this book. And that was a really cool part, because I did not know that until I was reading some introductions to the book from the writer. And he was telling what his inspirations were for this book. And throughout the story, you'll get the Joker and this mysterious guy you have never met before. He's only in this book, and he's created by Chip Kidd. And it's just really cool to behold. And I would suggest that everyone go out and pick up this book. And then, as I said, the artwork. Oh my god. I mean, I was just going, this was like front and center at my local comic book shop, and it just caught my eye. And then I looked at the price tag, $25. It is hardcover, but would I want to pay $25 for a book that's about 90 pages of story and about 20 pages of little extra doodles and design of all the characters? Well, the only reason why it's worth the money is because of the art alone. I mean, this art is just, I just flip through these pages all day long and find new things to look at. And I love how this story takes place in the 1960s, I believe. And I love how in the beginning of the story, where you get to see Batman just trying out his gadgets for not the very first time, but trying out new gadgets and seeing how they work. And seeing how Alfred has to help Bruce Wayne figure out how to use these weapons or these gadgets. And I love how simple this Batman is. You never see him in these situations where you just see him using all of his martial arts skills. But what you see in here is him using his detective skills. It's a very simple story, but the artwork is just gorgeous beyond belief. There's just so much to this book that even though it is only 90 pages of story, it was so worth it. I mean, you could read this book about an hour, but you could just flip through the pages again and just find new things on what to see. And it's just so gorgeous. And I actually like his depiction of the Joker. It's a very simpler Joker, just like it's a simpler Batman, but still, it's a very sinister Joker. And I cannot recommend this book even more. And if you see this in your local comic book shop, I would definitely suggest you guys pick it up. Definitely worth it just for the art alone. But the storyline, very simplistic, but it's executed in a very good way. Except for the ending. I thought the ending felt a little bit rushed, and that if they could have gone on a little bit longer and had the story be more pages. But all in all, it's just a beautiful, beautiful book, and I'm glad to have this one in my collection. This is Batman Death by Design, and I give this book a 4.5 out of 5. My name is David, and this is the Comic Fix, and I'll see you guys next time.